Hit the button. Let's get this over with.
Just stop.
I gotta go shit. I'll be back.
It's good.
It's over.
Sucks.
You guys are cutting it close because last week I think Caleb dropped the F-bomb on like the 8-second mark, and I think Rusty just dropped the shit word at the 8-second mark.
There's your picture of me for the thumbnail.
Wait, we're live?
No fucking way, bro.
No, we're recording. It's not live. What do you mean?
Can we redo it? I'm
we're
not
on
feeling
Twitch.
this.
We're on Twitch right now. We've just violated terms of service. Let's go.
Hello, welcome
Here's
to
our full banner ad.
yeah, welcome to Shrimp Hours.
Oh, what's up,
got a
Serena?
Cat. Episode number 47. I think.
Yeah, 47.
That's 47 too many.
Are you sure? It might be 6 actually.
47.
47.
47.
Yeah. Hi, I'm drive through. Oh. Wait, these names are completely in the wrong places. What the hell?
Oh, we gotta restart. We gotta restart.
This is my podcast. I want all the ad revenue.
You gotta restart the podcast. We gotta.
Oh, there we go. I said to move Caleb. All right. No, everything's great. I'm drive through. Rusty's here, Slap's here, Ben's here,
underneath Serena.
Caleb's here. I'm not adding anything. It's I don't know how to run this show anyway.
It's true.
It's true. We're back. I think. I had to drop 2 episodes like 2 days apart last week because the indie one took a minute to edit. But we're back. And fucking Gateway happened, I guess. Do we want to talk about?
I didn't watch the lap. Can we just move on, please?
Glove boy.
600 somehow.
I watched the last like 20 laps and it took about 20 years and it wasn't fun at all, and apparently everyone's brake rotors kept exploding, which is cool, and people are just Jimmy Johnsoning themselves.
That was somehow that 300-mile race was somehow longer than the Coke 600, so I just like stopped watching after a while.
Yeah,
I watched I also saw like the first half of Portland, which was kind of cool.
Portland was pretty based. Detroit was pretty based. Gateway.
That Detroit race was really good.
I'm amazed because I remember when they announced the track, and that track looks horrible. It's literally just like 8 90-degree turns and then one like 180-degree hairpin. That's it.
Those are the best tracks.
No.
I don't.
Yeah, bunch of 90-degree turns. Let like a bunch of long straightaways. Let dudes dive bomb each other in IndyCar where they're not pussies like an F1.
Well, we'll see how that works out for the Chicago Street Course in a month or whatever.
No, I said IndyCar. They're not pussies like an IndyCar. Like a NASCAR guys are just fucking stupid. Like IndyCar guys are just based enough to make that work. F1 guys are too big of pussies to make it work. Like IndyCar is perfect. IndyCar is based. I'm an IndyCar channel now. Fuck David Land. I'm coming for your throne. You're old news. You cut out my segment about Takuma Sato. You prove that he doesn't exist. I'm pissed.
All right. That makes 2 IndyCar creators on YouTube. Wow. Way to go, everybody. Now all the 12 fans have stuff to watch.
No, there's 3. There's the IndyCar channel too.
Oh, right. Don't they like not do anything there, or was that just a few years ago?
I remember like full races, like race highlights, all this type of stuff. Like they're pretty based.
All right. We'll see about that.
More than you, Caleb. Shut the fuck up. Why are you even here?
dude, I have more viewers in the past month than IndyCar has had in its entire fucking lifetime.
Shut the fuck up.
God damn. Anyway, we're recording the podcast.
Story, by the way.
We're recording the podcast a day late because we did core last night because it's back, and we're now gonna have to record these on Tuesdays.
Still
I guess.
A thing?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Thanks, Slap.
Back and better than ever.
Thanks, Slap.
Nobody was in shrimpage last night.
Slap was just sitting alone. Get a damn sim rig. Come race with us.
I'm just sitting alone, just like spamming the Yoshi's Island like sound bites that we get.
But yeah, core's back. We're racing Gen 4s. It was a good time at Daytona. Next week's Rockingham. I'm gonna fucking die.
Core is so back. I'm the biggest Core fan now.
Are you gonna be a Core channel now?
Yeah. Hey, you wanna put out some tweets about it and
yeah, we can get IndyCar going to Rockingham. It's so back. We are so back.
Hold on.
We can't do IndyCar in iRacing.
Yeah, we're not, dude. We can't show any Indy cars.
iRacing's dead. It's over. It's so over.
It's IndyCar's weirdo licensing situation. Yeah, we're literally not allowed to show like, even the sponsor had IndyCars for like a minute in the ad, and Zach is like, nah, you got to cut it out. You can't show them at all.
Rusty, what are your thoughts about this?
I don't know what you're talking about.
We'll get back to him. There's also been.
Would you like to do an interview for Liars, Thieves, and Lawyers Part 4?
I do want to thank Zach for all the fucking work he put into the
Dude, he worked for like a month to do the wide open coverage TNT like bottom ticker with like the 3D animations and shit.
It is so good. It is so good.
It was cool. It was cool as hell. And I hope all the sponsors
all the drivers
are loving it.
Racing 3 wide, that looked like that was probably the hardest race I think we've done at like a super speedway, with how bumpy it is and how fast those Gen 4 cars are. Just the bouncing around in the middle lane trying to keep it straight.
I bounced off a few people at a few different times.
And so did Rusty.
I also got right hooked in the fence, so I think I'm about even.
I think one of my favorite moments of the race when driver is like, oh, like this, we're having a great time. We're just totally just 3 wide, no issue. And then like 3 seconds later, just the biggest big one detonates.
Yeah, and I get right hooked straight into the fence. Engine's gone. I was just laughing. I gotta find that clip. I forgot about that. That I was just saying how good it was.
Everybody here was running in it except for Ben, because he was doing all of his admin shit. I'll say from broadcast booth, that first race was a banger because it was just like classic chaotic Daytona. And then race 2, it was like a complete wrench was thrown into everything, went green the whole way. We had pack racing and it was like a strategy thing playing out. It was so much fun.
So many people biffed pit stops too.
Oh yeah.
Like half the field biffed pit stops.
Nobody thought we were gonna get green flag stops, so nobody practiced it. So it was
yeah. I'm so glad I made it. I like barely made speed, and I still didn't like hang on to the lead group, but I didn't fucking fuck it, so that's good. Yeah, Core, it's very back. All right, the next segment was originally titled "What's Twitter Doing," but now it's just kind of like what's going on the internet. Although I guess it happened on Twitter.
Oh, we got a DT.
Are we getting dessert?
DT's getting assassinated live on stream.
Hold out.
Is here.
I presume I have to lift something or do something. So
podcast is dead.
Yeah, it's deceased. We'll be seeing you. How do I? There you go. You guys talk about something for a minute.
All right. Can we talk about something extremely cancelable for a second? Can we talk about how Elon Musk made you watch the documentary "What Is a Woman" by the Daily Wire?
That shit is the stupidest goddamn thing I've ever watched in my entire life. I couldn't get like 10 minutes through it.
I love how he goes to like this remote tribe in Africa and he asks them what is a woman, and they're like, oh, a woman's supposed to do this and this, and it agrees with him. I was like, yeah, you found like the most uneducated people on planet Earth and they agree with you. Like, this is not the own that you seem to think that it is, bro. Like people did some digging, they found out that tribe engages in female genital mutilation, and they treat women as property and shit. So
how the fuck did we get here?
Hey, that's what Twitter's doing, man. I'm not bringing up anything. Twitter did this shit. Elon Musk made you watch this because a bunch of people try to like bring this up and like say, hey, you know, I want to, you know, or anybody who retweets this video, I want to, you know, ban them or flag them for hate speech. And the video got taken down multiple times, and Elon Musk swooped in and was like, oh yeah, you can't ban this video anymore. So like you were basically forced to fucking watch it. But I have Elon Musk banned or
oh god damn it, I turned my camera on and it crashed Discord. This stupid app. How many times? Good god. I also have Elon Musk blocked up, by the way. Shout out. What a nerd.
Oh, it's when you tried to turn the camera back on.
No,
Dude,
it's
every
because
time I
Discord.
try to turn the camera back on, Discord crashes. What a horrible application.
Oh my god.
Dude, I spent like 10 minutes trying to get Discord to work with my camera, and it's awful.
I guess I should tell the story of why I just had to leave, because I have to help my dad like lift things now because he only has one working arm.
Oh yeah, you need to talk about that.
He fucking
Are we still live?
Yeah. Yeah, we've been live.
We don't have a stream, dog.
Oh yeah, it's because Discord fucking crashed. Sorry. But yeah, we went on a big ass charity bike ride. I was doing 100K for the first time in my life, biking 100 kilometers. The bike ride itself was only 75, but we're gonna like add on to it afterwards, which is still like a big fucking distance, and I'd never done anything like that before. But they closed down like a bunch of the main highways in Toronto, and 9,000 people came out, which is pretty sick.
That is crazy.
So just tons of dudes on bikes, just like constantly flowing up and down the highway. It was pretty hilly too. It wasn't easy. And yeah, 20K in. My dad, on the way out of a rest stop at like 1 mile an hour, some lady like stepped out in front of him. He couldn't get his foot out of his like pedal strap, fell over and dislocated his shoulder.
Was it like a pedestrian that just like wasn't looking and just walked right in?
It was a little bit chaotic because it was kind of like at the top of the route. There's a highway on-ramp that you bike up, but the rest stop is on the highway like next to the on-ramp. So if you want to like go get food or use the bathroom, whatever, you got to like turn left from the on-ramp backwards up the highway, and then you can do your stuff and then kind of like keep going. But there's a bunch of people who just kind of like stand around in the area where people need to be going in or out, and it was like a little bit of a mess.
So I need to know the next parts of the story here. Did you like wait for him to get in the gurney and get carted away, or did you leave him for dead and like do the race?
It's funny because
no, this is in Canada where you can get like an actual ambulance and you don't have to pay like $3,000 for it.
Gotta wait 3 months for that.
We had 4 of us together, and we're starting to roll. And my dad he bought a fancy 360 camera that he was like fiddling with. And he's like, all right. He's like, you guys go ahead, give me like a minute, I'll set this up. I'm like, cool, whatever. And we start rolling down the hill.
Wait, is there footage of this?
Yeah, do we have Animal Planet footage of this?
360 footage.
And then like 20 minutes later, I'm like, hey, yo, where's my dad? Like, he hasn't been here. I've been riding with the other guys. And I check my phone, and he sends me this text, and he's like, yeah, I fell. It's not a big deal, but I won't be able to keep riding. You just go on without me. I'm like, what? and not
typical
like
dad behavior. Like, I fell and dislocated my arm. Yeah. I'm fine. Just keep on going. No biggie.
Yeah, and he was like, yeah, go as many kilometers as you can today. And I'm just like, what the hell? We tried calling him, but he couldn't answer because he couldn't like
he
get
was
to his phone.
He didn't want to answer.
Not his arm was like stuck, and he couldn't get to his phone because it was in his like back left pocket of his his biking jersey. And he was like texting me by just like talking into his watch, which I kind of cool. But he basically, luckily at the rest station there's a little medic tent, and he broke his shit like right next to it.
No ambulance required. Nice.
Dude, well, I've always thought about that doing these events. You see the medic tents and people like look like they've been like essentially shot, and it's like, could you like?
There were a few, I think like 2 times where I rode past like either bikers down or like just medics like dealing with something. And it was just like the mix of like, there were some dudes who were in like packs, like 20 deep, just flying in the fast lane, like rolling for I don't know, a fast time. And then there were just like families and like just people fucking pedaling along, and you're supposed to go slow in the right and let the fast people by, but people were just like going slow like in the middle lane, and then when other people were trying to pass them, the fast dudes would come by. They just needed to like tell people beforehand, like, if you're slow, stay on the right, or you're gonna get fucking run over.
Driver's meetings for.
And they got families with like the carts hanging behind it. They're going like 2 miles an hour. Like,
it sounds like American interstate rules. Like everybody's just like out for themselves. Loose dogs hanging out in the back.
Once you get to like the top of the course, it was nice though, because like all the shorter distances, they just kind of like do the bottom and then go back to the start. But all the long distance guys, we go like all the way up the highway to like the sort of like north end of the city. And the people in the tent, my dad's like, yo, like if my shoulder's dislocated, can't you just like, you know, like pop it back in?
You know, do a little bit of.
Yeah, and they're like, we can't do it, but maybe there'll be like people at the start line where they have like more medics and stuff to like be able to do it. So he's at the like literally the furthest point in the course from the start. And they stuck him in a van and had to just like slowly drive down
in
the whole
a van
course.
Down by the river.
Yeah, I feel like I should like interview him to get him to tell his story. But yeah, he basically just like,
Daddy Davin, what are your thoughts?
As the shock wore off, he was just in more and more pain in this van going down the course. And he gets to the start line, and the medics there are like, "Oh no, we can't do that. Like that's liability. We can't like pop your thing back in place. Like you gotta go to the hospital. We gotta take you in an ambulance." But then they're like, "But like, you gotta wait a little bit because you know the ambulance is gonna take a while to get here." And he's like, "You just drove me in this van. Like just take me to the hospital. It's a shorter drive than you know he's already been on." But they're like, "No, we can't. We can't do
bro,
that.
You got your ambulance license."
So eventually the ambulance pulls up and they put his bike in the back of the ambulance, which is great. And then he has to wait like another 2 hours before he can finally get an x-ray and get painkillers and get a doctor just like into place.
Brings his bike in there with
hey, free morphine, bro.
Yeah, well,
free opium.
The problem is because we were separated when it happened, he had like the cameras and batteries and stuff, and I had the bike lock, so he didn't have a bike lock. So when he got to the hospital, the ambulance staff had to like figure out a place to like leave his bike in the hospital. But they sorted it out. They figured it out. And then I finished the rest of my ride, did 100K. It was fucking hard, but fun. And then I got to see him at the end because I basically finished my ride when he got out of the hospital. And then ate a big ass plate of shawarma and then tried to watch the F1 race and fell asleep. That's like my Sunday.
I mean, I fell asleep during the F1 race too, but I didn't have to bike 100 kilometers.
Yeah. Yeah, mine was just napping because I was sitting around the house all day doing nothing.
These things happen. Anyway, now whenever my dad has to like lift something or move something, he just wanted me to help him like move a pot of soup, and he can't do it on his own because one of his arms is still in a
pot of soup.
Well, it's out of the sling now. He had to have it in a sling for a few days, but he still can't like lift anything with it. And he's gonna have to like stretch it out to try and like get all of his like shoulder.
Hey, no lift,
back.
Boys, rise up.
Yeah, can we get a slap update? How we doing?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going back to work here in 2 weeks.
Oh, you haven't been working?
No, they told me since I could not prove that my injury happened on the job, I can't go back to light duty. So they were like, yeah, you can't return until you're fully cleared.
Are you getting paid?
No.
Oh.
I'm getting like a temporary disability payment, but I'm not getting like workers' comp or anything.
All right, that's better than nothing.
Yeah.
Why are you going to sleep then? What happened?
Yeah.
I'm a sleepy little boy. I want to go to sleep.
I feel like the first 2 weeks you were just like up and you know fucking around late at night down for whatever, and now it's back
I was
to
like
normal
down
slap.
for it. I'm like, yeah, I'm here, bro. And then like after a while, I'm like, dude, I'm 33. I can't fucking do this forever, man. I'm going to bed.
These things happen. I also enjoyed Caleb taking a really slow bite of the quarter pounder while you're telling that story.
Yeah, Caleb, was that free? Did you get free McDonald's?
Dude, he has to pay for it now.
He knows the hack for free McDonald's.
That is true.
So okay.
Episode 3.
I will say, real fast.
That's deep shrimp lore, by the way.
Yeah, so we were on the ride home, me and Rusty, going through Chicago, and Rusty mentioned something to me about McDonald's changing their recipe on the burgers, which is like I hadn't heard of anything of it. And I will say they have completely like changed the burgers. I don't know.
Really?
So
Really?
yeah. So this bun is like
It's
it looks
soy.
the same.
It's the soy. They're turning us all into soy boys. This is it. We're eating the bugs.
It's like the browning on the bun is completely different. And then another thing I've noticed as well, which is there was an article that we read like on the way, is that instead of just like throwing the onions on the burger, they actually like here. I'll try to show you. I don't know.
They've embedded the onions into the meat,
Yeah,
so they're
so-
replacing the beef
Oh,
with
Caleb's
onion.
dead. Caleb's dead.
The
I'm
burger
dead.
was too powerful.
Oh, now you're
You're back.
Oh, are we back? Okay.
Yeah.
So I can't like. They put the cheese on it on the meat while it's cooking now, so it's like all the way like stuck to this because it's been all melted. I can't. have to like deconstruct this entire burger. You'll see.
Oh
Give us
my
an
God.
autopsy.
Oh, the onions are inside the meat.
Yeah, they are all like embedded. It's
Interesting.
like a
You
new.
can't ask for no
different
onions
experiment.
anymore.
I mean, I'm sure you can, but because
They're just
they,
like,
yeah, fuck you. You're getting onions.
Interesting.
Oh,
Hey,
Please,
I gotta
sir, I
say-
have an onion allergy. Please, sir. It was like, fuck you. You're gonna eat the fucking onions.
Hey, I gotta say, it's a superior burger experience for sure. I enjoy it.
You
All
see,
right.
your burger overlords know better.
true.
If you try the new McDonald's burgers and have opinions, send us an email. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Let us know. What do you think? I don't know. They probably won't be here in Canada for another like 6 months.
That's how most everything
Get
is
a
in Canada.
basket of fries.
What? We can't get a
Someone
basket
get
of
a basket
fries.
of fries.
Americans
you can
get a
basket of
fries for like
fries.
$3, dude. It's the greatest thing ever.
We get
Yeah, we
waffle
don't-
fries. You guys don't
Yeah, I
have
don't
waffle
have
fries.
that.
You get waffle fries in Canada? God damn it! I'm moving to Canada.
We get waffle
I'm out
fries.
of here. I'm out of here. I'm done. I'm moving to Canada. It's so over.
All right.
You get poutine too.
We get poutine. We get all day breakfast. We get the snack wraps.
oh,
Yeah, there's some advantages.
Slap, you missed the best parts of Canadian McDonald's.
I don't think we
They
need
have
to tell them.
poutine. They have poutine.
Of course.
Yes.
Yes. Fuck. I gotta go to fucking Canada now.
Come on
All
by.
day.
Hey, this is a race
when we're going
in
to
September.
CTMP, we're gonna have to get some McDonald's.
Mm.
There's one literally on the way to CTMP that we go to every time.
I need like legit poutine and McDonald's poutine just to like have some basis to like compare the two.
McDonald's poutine is not it. it's
It's like
something,
the Steve
but it's not
MRE
it.
poutine.
It's not quite that bad. It's actually interesting because it's like the McDonald's fries, the like thin and crispy boys, but with the gravy and the cheese curds.
oh,
Mm.
Anyway, before we
Fuck
got
you,
off topic,
You talk shit about Skyline Chili the whole time in Indy, and then you fucking
You
go
did.
into the infield and get Skyline Chili. Fuck you.
you know, I'm gonna let you slide out tonight because you're on one. But for the record, you invited me on a date to go to the Skyline Chili place, and I said yes, and you never took me.
oh,
We were busy.
Uh,
We were busy.
We were
Play
busy
Yoshi's
watching
Island.
Sumo.
Rusty had-
Yoshi's Island. I'm trying to beat Yoshi's Island in like 2 days, man.
Rusty
We're
had lots
watching
of
sumo
unkept promises.
highlights. We're getting into sumo highlights at the media check-in, but yeah.
all right. I did want to talk real quick about just Twitch being a bastard as usual. They came out today and they said, hey guys, you can't have any video ads or audio ads in your Twitch streams. And if you
Or
have
layover ads that are
Yeah,
like
if you have
more than
overlays-
3% of the screen,
they have to take up 3% of the screen or
which
less.
is like about that big right there, that photo.
Yeah. And immediately everyone's like, wow, you're just fucking your creators. Twitch
What?
In typical Twitch fashion, has a horrible ad program that gives the creators like no money, and Twitch gets most of the ad money from just video ads that completely interrupt live streams, and streamers often don't even know about it. So people have been coming up with their own ad deals, and then Twitch is like, instead of making a better ad program, just don't do that. And everyone got pissed, and then Twitch put out, here, actually, let me pull this up. Twitch put out a thing today, which
An apology.
It's the typical Twitch backpedal, but the way they said it was so funny. Is they said it like, oh guys, we're sorry we put out like a confusing statement. Like we missed the mark with the policy language. We're gonna rewrite it to be more clear. And everyone's like, bro, you were clear. Like we understood what you said. That's not the problem. The problem is you say it's a bullshit again. And this is literally like a day after we finally got those video ads set up for Core. Because between the Core races, they play a SimRat Market ad and an iRacing ad, which under this new policy, which was just dropped today, by the way. They were just like, hey guys, here's the policy. It's in effect now. Which, yeah, under that is illegal. So yeah,
how are they
Twitch
even
is
going to
stupid.
enforce that? They're going to have like mods running around, like trying to be like, this is 4% of the screen. I don't know. It's borderline.
It's so stupid.
They could
It's
do
so
YouTube
dumb.
and just have an algorithm do it, and then everyone will start getting mass banned.
Yeah, yeah.
I tell you how we solve this problem. We solve this problem. We find out where the headquarters is. We just get a rental truck, and then we redacted.
Where's the Ryder truck model?
Yeah.
He was looking for it.
Oh, he got it. He got
I
it.
just want to hear the beep beep.
Yes.
Yeah, can we get some beep beep action?
That's the last thing the HQ
Turn
is
the
gonna
lights
hear.
on. Turn the lights
Yeah.
on. Yeah. Oh, the fucking audio.
The voice
Yeah,
gets
they
cutting
got
it.
your ass.
There we go.
I might need that on the soundboard. The worst part is everyone's like, oh, you should try streaming on Kick. Kick loves its creators, and that's where all the like the weirdos who
all
got
the
disgraced
fucking
from
Nazis
Twitch
are.
going.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a great fucking alternative.
And it's all fueled by crypto gambling money, where they just want to get people to lose their money on fucking stake, and it sucks. Yeah, stake.
Yo, bros, we're going straight to the moon, bros. We're all gonna make it, bro. Also, fuck women, fuck minorities. We hate gay people, and give us all your money, bros. Kick, like, come over here, bro. Like, nobody wants to fucking go over there. It's a fucking cesspool of the worst knuckle dragging,
It's true.
freaking idiots you've ever seen in your fucking life. Nobody wants this shit.
It's such a horrible landscape where like Kick is all bastards.
It is literally the truth social of streaming. Nobody wants that.
You say that, but there's another one which I won't mention that is just like even worse. Like it's even more truth, like unhinged.
Is that
streams.
Parlor?
It's
gonna
basically
say-
the parlor of streaming.
I was gonna say, is this a bad time to announce my move to Kick? Like,
But I mean,
the
it's
most
either
knuckle
that.
dragging biggest idiots you've ever heard of going over to Kick.
It's either you go there or you go to YouTube where they will just fuck you incessantly, just personally for no reason, or Twitch who will just take their entire creator base and just continuously like chop them down.
You take their entire cock and just ram it up your ass.
Jesus Christ.
But like when YouTube does it, it's like personal. Like they
It's Pride month, so it's okay.
YouTube busts your door down and like gets you in your bedroom, but Twitch just collectively just takes
Hey-o.
everyone.
Yo,
The only like based streaming
you
thing
watch.
is Linus Tech Tips float plane, but there's no like growth on there because you have to pay just to watch on there.
Yeah.
Like, you have
Oh,
to
yeah, that's
sub just to
fucking
watch
stupid.
streams, and
Where
that's
you get your forgotten weapons.
That's it. That's all we've got. So yeah, streaming sucks.
So Shrimp stream coming when?
Yeah, we should make our own streaming
Yeah.
service.
Shrimp.tv.
That's it. Shrimp.tv.
Who's paying the $3,000 a month to have that domain?
Our community base.
I'll do it.
The creators will suffer.
I'll do it. We'll call it a Thug Shaker Central.
Yeah, can our motto our motto will just be, at least we're not Twitch.
We're not
Thug
Detroit.
Shaker Central. We may or may not put classified documents on here.
Actually, no. I know the motto for shrimp.tv. It'll just be slaps kick tirade a few seconds ago. We'll just
just no clip that.
Completely out of context.
Yeah, that'll be our
Over here,
promo.
we'll get the biggest, stupidest people with the most money, and we'll all make bank, and then we'll shut the door, kick everybody out, pump and dump. We'll all be rich. We'll all fuck over like the richest, stupidest people that we know. It'll all work out, bros. We're gonna make it.
We'll pull MySpace. Right at the top, you sell it to Yahoo or whoever bought them. And
yeah,
then
you sell Tumblr to Yahoo. They ban porn, and you just make out with like $1 gajillion.
Didn't they bring it back? They brought it back, I think. I think under COVID they brought back porn on Tumblr.
Tumblr, yeah, it's back.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, like 5 years too late.
He said that like, hold on. He said that like he checked. He personally checked.
He's been keeping a timeline.
That was my bit, but I heard about it
popping up on Reddit. And speaking of Reddit's also fucking themselves.
Real quick, I just want to say how base Tumblr porn was, because when I went to China before I had a VPN, Tumblr was one of the few like American social medias that like wasn't blocked. I guess they just never bothered. Anyway, kind of based.
You just admitted to watching Tumblr porn in China.
Yeah.
You're never going back to the country, Davin.
I already might not. Reddit is also being a bastard.
They know that you like cloudy. It's over.
Jesus.
What? I don't even know if that's in reference.
That's more. Yeah, that's you don't get it.
All right.
Just had to be there.
All right.
Rusty.
Reddit's
Rusty
also being a bastard.
Cloudy.
In the same way that Twitter like cracked down on third-party apps recently, and just started like fucking them over by making all their API calls stupidly expensive, Reddit's doing exactly the same thing, even though they said they wouldn't, which sucks because the official Reddit app is garbage, and I literally like only browse Reddit on third-party apps, and now they're getting fucked over, and it's literally going to cost them like 15 times as much money to keep doing what they've already been doing.
Yep. I use Reddit is fun on my phone. I use old.reddit on my computer.
Ben uses MS-DOS. Yeah.
Dude, Apollo on iPhones as the Reddit app is like one of the greatest like user interface experiences. I'm a big fan. I'm all over that. But yeah, Reddit's being stupid.
They used to do that when they were announcing all the Apple products. One of them was a widget for Apollo.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah, Apollo's sick. It's literally one dude.
We can talk about is the stupid.
Do we want to talk about those
goggles.
now, or do we want to include that as a media thing? The friggin' goggles, because I do want to talk about the goggles.
That'll be a media thing.
All right, get fucked. We'll get through Drip or Drown. I'm gonna try and roll through this quickly because we're already half an hour into this stupid show.
Oh my God.
Can we just skip Drip or Drown? I don't care.
Drown, baby. Drip or drown, baby.
No, because there's stuff that I want to bring
paint
up.
Schemes? I mean,
okay, I have
Check out
only
this
like
FedEx
8
paint
cars.
scheme Denny Hamlin ran this week. It's the same one he's ran the past 2 years.
Real quick, we talked about the Christopher Bell
Dirt Race
wireframe car, and it actually looks pretty sick. That's all I've got. They actually raced that one. Joey Logano ran
what the fuck?
Whatever the
Mosaic.
Fuck this is.
Yeah, it's Mosaic.
Yeah, but are they pictures
that looks
of
like
Joey?
ACU digital camouflage? That got like countless
It's the same
Americans
thing they ran in
killed by that
I
rack.
see multiple pictures twice already.
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
not
it's-
have a big
It's
pool.
the same thing they ran in 2016. Whatever.
Did they?
Isn't Pennzoil from like Pennsylvania? Shouldn't they run this at like Pocono?
That's why they got the bell on it. Yeah, I don't know what's going on.
Yeah,
they
was
got a
there
bunch of pictures on
reason why they
Joey's
were running
car.
this?
Yeah, it's because
Probably.
Joseph Newgarden's Indy 500 one was Shell Pennzoil's 100th with Penske's, so they ran.
Oh,
Oh, for each of their Pennzoil shell things.
Mm-hmm.
It looks pretty gross. I really don't like Mosaic cars. All right, that's a drown for me. Real quick, William Byron drove an Exalta car this weekend, which I just learned about. It's the first time this season. He's been running that horrible Raptor thing all season. This is literally the first race he's run Exalta. Also,
compared to the Raptor, that scheme now looks really good.
yeah, it actually it's kind of refreshing. And I compared it with last year's car, it's exactly the same. It just took them 6 months to run it this year. Real quick, Todd Gilliland ran a Serial 1 e-bikes car.
The fuck is
he
that?
had these guys on the throwback, but this is the first time they've run like a standard.
Is this
car.
like a callback to the scooter graveyard?
And there's just a picture of a dude on a bike on the side of this thing. And they didn't bother cutting it out like the shape of the dude. They just soft brushed around the guy.
No, I mean, I kind of like that it shows you what the fucking product is.
Yeah, but at least cut the dude out or put a or just show the bike. It's so weird. Just the dude is just there.
Yeah, it's amateur hour.
My favorite part about this is that because Todd couldn't get the whole season in 38. They're putting, I think, Zane in that car a few times. Next week, Todd is running the Rick Ware 51 with the same sponsor. And it's got a different dude on it. Look at this old guy.
Oh, that's way better.
Does it?
I'm interested in what the other side is going to look like. Are they just going to flip it? Or are they going to invert it?
I just like how much this dude's leaned way the hell over.
I love this one. It matches the angle of the number. I love it.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to Serial 1 e-bikes. Hey, they sponsored they were on Cozy's car for Darlington, so appreciate them. All right. Tyler Reddick, he ran a new McDonald's car. He ran this at Kansas as well, but no one noticed. It's the sort of gray McDonald's thing that Bubba had, but slightly improved. It looks less crap.
Way better. Way better.
They put fries on the side, and they made the roof red.
A little bit of ketchup right there. Look at it.
Yeah, and they even put a little gradient on the gray.
McDonald's straw for the jack post. That's great.
They definitely improved the gray.
Can confirm. Hold on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, the McDonald's straw.
No one saw that, Caleb. There you go.
I will say, so one thing I noticed about this car, I don't know if it's been done before and I just haven't noticed, but do you think Monster is do you think they get pissed that they have it on gray because they don't have the outline?
That's a good point. Monster usually loves putting a horrible black box. I guess they're on the quarter panel.
Terrible about that.
Interesting.
Well, it's flat gray. I mean, it's fine.
They should still put another outline on the number, but this actually isn't bad. I kind of like it.
I like that little bit of ketchup on one of the fries. It's nice.
No. It's still bad. You're just
they've done that ketchup thing for a while with the 23 cars, the McDonald's ones.
I like it.
It's the same thing as it's the same thing as that
McDonald's straw.
You gotta admit
Jack
though,
Post. It's cute. I like it.
It's so much better than the 23 they ran.
Yeah, it is.
Season.
But
that thing was
again,
gross.
it's the same thing going on where you just you're so used to bad McDonald's scheme that you see an okay one. You're like, wow, it's great.
It's true.
Look how
are they doing some arrow things around the front wheel with the red, or is that just
that's just part of the design because they had it opposite before. It's supposed to be a ketchup splash, I guess.
No, look at the fucking wrap. It's an arrow thing.
I don't think it is.
I think it is.
No, it's not an arrow thing because it's still one flat wrap. So
that's
okay. Going to, I got one Xfinity car, one truck.
We have more.
Hey, I was gonna say, shot to this car. My kid spotted this thing from a mile away.
Dude, I saw this on the broadcast. This thing's sick. John Hunter Neva truck in the Redbird Farms number 20. It's got a big old chicken on the side of it. This thing's sick.
It's just like some sort of chicken joint in Oregon or some shit.
It's a farm thing, so maybe oh, there's an egg. There's an egg on the side. Maybe maybe it's an egg farm or something. I don't know, but this car looks sick.
The Tyson chicken of the West.
This thing's really fucking cool. And they even got a little Safeway squeezed in here. The logo's huge. Big old chicken. I love it. I'm a fan. That's a drip in my book. All right, and I got my one truck this weekend. It's just like a nice, clean looking truck. I don't know if this is Blackbeard, but this definitely looks like Blackbeard. Fucking Ben Rhodes, Bummerito. Looks cool. Mean looking truck. And then I've got the Alex Bowman's running a Pride car next week.
It's a Pride logo on the
Sonoma
hood.
Yeah, he had it on the side last year. Now it's on the hood this year.
Maybe we'll get a whole scheme next year.
They do have this whole crazy flare design. If they made that rainbow, I think this would be like just an all-time race car. I don't know why they couldn't do that.
It's drawing for me because this is always like a purple hood on this car, and it's just like a random white hood for some reason.
It's just cool they're doing it. I'm happy.
It looked better on the Exalta car.
I guess Exalta doesn't care. Well, that's all I've got for Dripper Jam this week. I hope that was reasonable.
You don't talk about banger Pride car. This one. Can't.
Oh yeah, Grosjean in the freaking DHL rainbow car.
That's done right.
Hey Caleb, real quick, does your wallpaper like rotate on your left monitor?
It rotates on all of them, yeah.
All right, because I saw
we got trucks picture. Now. I thought it was Blaney before.
Yeah, somebody took that photo. Pretty cool.
Of Blaney?
Oh
yeah.
Now we got a football player.
Ugh.
First time I was ever on pit road on my life. I took a picture of Blaney at the Daytona 500 qualifying. It was hot. It was hot.
Oh, cool.
Here's that's a Matt Wishart special shout out.
Oh yeah.
Is that Martinsville?
Yep, 2021.
Oh, banger.
Yeah, Gen 6. Back when the Cup cars weren't fucked.
Back when short track racing was good.
Hey, man, let's make a car that gets dirty air at fucking Martinsville and North Wilkesboro, because we're real smart.
But they can race it at Le Mans and win the pit stop challenge.
Dude, we were watching a random Michigan race at like 3 a.m. the other night.
It's the fucking best race that's ever occurred, and you go to the next gen. You go to the next gen. It's a piece of shit. Everything. Sorry, I'll stop.
He would just click at a random point in the race, and it was just fat nut. Like we were all, but mostly me, because Blake was in there, and I had to be a little like, I had to hold back the reins a little bit. But I was like full.
What do you mean? You can't fanboy around Blake?
Yeah, this one, just a note, because I know Blake's not watching this. Jimmy Johnson fucking sucks.
That's true. Dude, is Travis still fighting Spectrum?
Apparently, I don't know who that is or why I should be mad about it, so I just don't fucking care.
He's having internet issues ever since he moved to his new house.
Yeah, they keep fucking him over.
Oh, he made like an actual tweet.
Did he?
Oh, he tweeted it?
Hello at Xfinity Racing. Can we make some sort of an incentive for the driver whose cars run like shit to compare their cars to Spectrum's internet service? It's probably unfair to even the worst car in the field, but it would be fun for me to hear on national television. And Ask Spectrum responded, my apologies for the service issue you're experiencing. Please DM your name, service phone number, full service address, or account number, and I would be happy to look into this for you.
Travis says, you already told me to unplug it and plug it back in multiple times. I've got a tech coming Thursday. Please go feed the hamsters in your server room so I can stream.
I fucking love Travis.
Free my man Travis. All right. With all that out of the way, it's time to bring it back. It slaps crazy ass moments in history.
Oh shit, we're doing this. God.
Yeah,
I mean, we
don't have to if you don't want to.
We've been off for like 3 weeks.
I fucked it up last week. I wasn't feeling it. I was coming back from Indy.
You said you'd be alive.
I did say I was alive, but then I came home and I was not alive. That was
you killed it. You killed the podcast.
The problem was May 31st was the 107th anniversary of the largest naval battle in human history in terms of tonnage. Two superpowers going at it, blow for blow, right there in the English Channel and in Scapa Flow. let's talk about the Battle of Jutland, the biggest naval battle in human history that ended in a complete stalemate and had no actual effect on World War I. Let's get into it.
I'm rock hard.
It's time for Slap's crazy ass moments in history.
Bonk.
I saw you guys down in your drinks getting ready. Let's get lubed up.
You don't have to tell them. They don't know what happens when we pull the graphics up. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we gotta see
Taco
that.
reveal.
Just casual
He
taco
went to
reveal.
Iron Thunder and Hickory like it was off
I
time.
could, dude. ET finger right now would be so good.
We got to get to Hickory Motor Speedway at some point later.
I got to make an annual pilgrimage to Hickory just for Iron Thunder.
Hey, Travis was racing down there. We'll have to go down.
All right, we'll get into it.
We'll be there.
We'll watch the race.
That's crazy.
Hold on. No, we're going to watch the race, go there for karaoke, and you're going to listen to us sing Linkin Park.
Tons of Linkin Park.
I'm leaving immediately. I'll get my ET finger and I'm leaving.
One note, Slap. I heard you say, so you said it's been 107 years since this?
Yes.
You're telling me that this happened the same year that they started the Indy 500?
No. The Indy 500 started in 1911.
That started in 1909.
107th running.
It was the 107th running this year.
Yeah, they skipped a few. There were some
Yeah,
wars.
they skipped a few because of World War II, World War I, and World War II.
Yeah.
Oh. God damn it.
The first
Super.
race at Indy was in 1909, but it wasn't the Indy 500. That happened in 1911 with Ray Haroon winning. That's why the 100th anniversary was in 2011, but the 100th running was not until 2016. You plebeian.
I'm sorry that I don't remember the entire history of IndyCar at a second.
All right, talk about the damn boats.
All right. So it's 1916. Both armies on the Western Front are completely stalemated. The Battle of Verdun's happening, Battle of the Somme, the Brusilov offensive over in the east. Hundreds of thousands of dudes are dying, and maybe a few miles one way or the other are being traded back and forth. So the Navy decides, we got to get in on this action. Let's also put our name in there with all of the irrelevance. So the Germans had a bunch of holdings over in the east, in the southeastern Pacific or southwestern Pacific, over in China and everything. They had a bunch of islands out there. Well, the Japanese, at the behest of the Allied powers, takes their holdings in China. This threatens the Pacific Fleet, so they make a mad dash out across the Pacific Ocean. They go across the coast of Chile. There's this massive battle that happens. The SMS Emden is the only one that really survives. All the other admirals go down with their ships. The Emden has a crazy ass moment of its own that's worth its own episode. But just know that the German High Seas Fleet, the main fleet, is just stuck in Wilhelmshaven in the North Sea. Basically, there's the North Sea where you can go out and up and around the English Isles or the English Channel, which no naval power has ever done in like 500 years at this point. So they're basically stuck there, but they have to open up trading channels so that they can get steel and cobalt, nickel, and all this other stuff, so that they can make the munitions necessary to keep engaging in war over on the Western Front. So in May 31st, Admiral Scheer of the Grand Fleet basically gets the heads up from the Kaiser saying, hey, we got this big ass fleet. It's time to try to make a breakthrough. Let's go up north. Let's go up above Scapa Flow, the northern point of England. Let's try to make a breakthrough to open up some shipping lanes up there. The problem is they have all these dreadnoughts, which are these massive battleships. Like, several countries have gone into bankruptcy trying to build these fucking things. They're so expensive and it takes so long to build that nobody wants to risk them because at some point during the Boer War, basically a little torpedo boat runs up, fires off one torpedo, and sinks a battleship at some point, like off the coast of South Africa. And they're like, holy shit, we built these massive fucking things that can be sunk by like one dude in a boat. We need to like guard these things as much as possible. Yeah, they can shoot targets from 20 miles away, but they can't train their guns down far enough to hit a little torpedo boat moving at like 10 miles an hour. So they have a glaring weakness. So they developed the destroyer, which is this much smaller battleship that's supposed to be able to destroy little torpedo boats. They have much smaller guns that can like. They're supposed to bracket all of the battleships. So for every battleship, there's like 10 destroyers surrounding it, just waiting for a torpedo boat to like sneak out from the darkness to attack them. They're also really good at finding mines that are out in the ocean and everything. The whole area around Wilhelmshaven and the German coast is all mined and everything. So the British Grand Fleet can't just go in there and take out the German fleet. The German fleet is around 99 combat warships. The Grand Fleet is like 150. But the Germans have one big ace up their sleeve. They're way better at gunnery. They can hit things way more accurately, but the Brits can fire way faster at a longer distance. So this is a conundrum that even if you play a first-person shooter, you have to deal with. Hey, do you want greater volume of fire, or do you want greater accuracy? It's just a tale as old as time. So the Brits actually intercept the German telegram that goes out saying, hey, May 31st, 6 a.m., go out there, try to break through. They intercept this. They say, shit, this is game time. We got to get out there too. They send forth John Jellicoe, who's in charge of the Grand Fleet, something like 100 warships in the main line. They send out their guy, David Beatty, who's in charge of the British battlecruiser squadron. David Beatty was described as a fox hunting man. He loved the chase. If somebody was going to take the bait of some sort of false attack, it was going to be him. So John Jellicoe put David Beatty to take the bait. No, I'm not making that up. So they put him out there, and of course, they run across this Danish fishing trawler, just out there. It has every right in the world to be out there, trying to catch some fish. Well, some British destroyers come in, some German destroyers come in, trying to see what this radar contact is. And they realize, oh, it's a fishing trawler. Then they see each other and they say, oh, fuck, the whole goddamn fleet's out here. And so they immediately radio out, this is it. These are the guys. Let's go. It's game time. Let's do it. So both main fleets send out their battle cruisers. A battle cruiser was as big and as heavily armed as a battleship, but it had paper thin armor, but it was fast as fuck. The idea was you could outgun anything you couldn't outrun. You could outrun anything you couldn't outgun. The Brits said speed will be our armor. So they line up 6 British battle cruisers versus 5 German battle cruisers. Problem was the German gunnery crews were way better and the Brits were way faster because they put all the gunpowder up in the turret instead of down in the magazine where it was safe. So one hit to a turret would ignite that gunpowder and blow up the entire ship. But they could fire faster. And they also had what they called a kill box. They could fire about 2 miles out farther than a German battleship could. So they had a 2-mile kill box. Well, in all of the mist and the about afternoon, it's about 2 p.m. when this all happens. Both these guys roll out. There's all this mist. They get way too close, so this negates their kill box. So both these guys start trading haymakers at each other. And the Brits mess up, and they say for the first 2 ships of their line should fire at the first ship of the German line. Everybody else engage one-on-one. Well, the third ship in the line, the Queen Mary, fucks up and goes one ship back. So there's one ship in the German line, the Derflinger, that is not shot at all. And even when you're being shot at, even if they miss, this disturbs the water around you, rocks your boat, and then it's harder for you to shoot back. So even if you miss, you still have some sort of effect on target. Well, the Derflinger has no effect on target. The other problem is the Derflinger has the best gunnery crew in the entire German fleet, and they have the furthest range. And this is the one ship that's not being shot at. It's a complete fuck up by the British High Command, and it just goes to town. Takes out the Queen Mary, it rolls over, it sinks. Takes out the Lion, just blows up the turret, all the cordite stuck up in the turret, blows the top off the turret, and that is the only thing that stops the magazine further down from igniting, was all this pressure release on the top of the turret that blows up. That was Jellicoe's flagship, so he survives and is still able to give out commands and everything. But the Lion, although it's still floating and still going at top speed, it's pretty much out of the fight. There was one ship, the Indefatigable, was one of the ships in the British line. It gets hit. It gets blown up sky high, rolls over. So now they're down 4 versus 5. The Germans immediately give chase. The Brits go way back up north. They are like, holy fuck, we're getting our lights blown out. And while all this is happening, John Jellicoe, in charge of the main fleet, who thinks, oh, there's some action happening down south. We got to get to Scapa Flow down to Jutland, where all this fighting's going on. The Grand Fleet's, or the High Seas Fleet of the Germans, got to be down there. He's asking David Beatty, where is the High Seas Fleet? Where is the High Seas Fleet? He doesn't answer because he's in the middle of combat. This is a very old-fashioned way of doing things. You did not act unless you were told to. You did not speak unless you were spoken to. So during all this happening, Jellicoe's getting absolutely no information, so he just kind of meanders down south, not knowing that there's this massive battle happening and that his guy, David Beatty, is in the process of getting his ass beat. Eventually, David Beatty does send a telegram to John Jellicoe that says, there seems to be something wrong with our bloody ships today, which is understating it to say the least. So Commodore, and I shit you not, Commodore Goodenough is this guy's name. He has another battle cruiser fleet that comes up from the south and relieves David Beatty, and both of them are able to trek it up north while still trading blows with the German battle cruisers. Eventually, they make it up to the line, and it just so happens to be that John Jellicoe has perfectly anticipated what's about to happen, and he pulls off this perfect maneuver called crossing the T, where if you can get a smaller unit caught where they're coming across your bigger unit like this, you can go all broadside on them and they can only fire their front guns at you. So basically they have half their firepower effectively just taken away. So Admiral Scheer, Franz Hipper both figure out, like, we just took the bait. We thought we were giving them the bait. We just ran into the entire Grand Fleet. Holy goddamn fuck. We are in some deep shit. Okay, so where are we at now? So all this happens. These guys loop back around in this massive looping maneuver, trying to buy themselves time, trying to get their own forces in line. Meanwhile, the Grand Fleet and the battle cruiser fleet all file in this 6-mile long line. There's a bunch of like near collisions. There's these destroyers like in and out of like the battleships. There's like guys coming within like 6 or 10 feet of colliding with each other, but they all make it out in this line. They all basically cross the T, loop back around, and they try to cut off the route of escape of the German High Seas Fleet. As they go down south, they basically get in this race down back to Germany, where they're just trading haymakers at each other again. Cruisers are going at it. Since cruisers are much smaller, they have smaller guns. They get in tight and close. It's like fighting inside of a telephone booth for these guys. They're trading back and forth with big guns and torpedoes at close range. But only a couple of destroyers and cruisers are lost in the fighting. Most of them are able to maneuver away from this. But Admiral Scheer keeps doing this looping maneuver, keeps like avoiding going home, and eventually John Jellicoe figures out what his game is. He's waiting for nightfall, and when nightfall comes, he's going to be silhouetted behind the setting sun, blinding his opponent. And then their artillery has star shells and these spotlights which have aperture lenses, so they can cut it down nice and tight, and they can shoot out a beam of light to find out exactly what they're shooting at. And around nightfall, around 7 p.m., John Jellicoe kind of realizes what's going on and breaks it off and tries to head up north. He thinks he's going into a trap, which at this point he's getting close to the minefield, which is around Wilhelmshaven. And he doesn't know that it's there, but thankfully he decides to go north. Meanwhile, he sends down this destroyer flotilla to cut off the Germans in a last-ditch effort to kind of stop them from getting home. And what ensues is this night fight of just guys zigzagging back and forth, shooting at each other. Eventually, some British destroyers blow up a battleship, and in the shallow waters, they see the two ends of it sticking out of the water. They give a big cheer as they come by. They put up their spotlight, and they realize that it was a friendly ship because they can see the name of it on their the hull of the ship, because this was one that fell out of the line and got lost. So while all this is happening, the Seydlitz gets hit like 14 times, and one of the German battle cruisers somehow hobbles its way back into port. Holy shit. The Derflinger was hit another 16 times in the fighting. It gets back home to port. Some of these ships, the Warspite got hit 12 times, had its rudder blown off, was able to somehow get a tow back to Scapa Flow, the main naval base, and actually fought in World War I and World War II. The HMS Barham fought in this conflict, got hit twice, survived, fought in World War II, got blown up by the Japanese in World War II. But this ended up with 6,700 British sailors dead at the end of the day. Only about 3,000 German sailors dead. I think there was something like 11 British combat ships lost. Something like 6 major German battleships lost. So tactically, it's a German victory, but they did not break through. The British maintained their numerical advantage. They still have the German battle cruisers and battleships and the high seas fleet still stuck in Wilhelmshaven. And there is no major fleet action after that for the rest of the war. They never try another breakout attempt. It's only in 1918, when the war is pretty much lost, that the Kaiser says we should have one final suicidal attack to break through, and the sailors all mutiny and say, we're not doing that. The war's over with. We're done. And so, yeah, that was the battle, sometimes called the Battle of the Skagerrak, sometimes called the Battle of Scapa Flow. We know it as the Battle of Jutland. And although it was the biggest battle in terms of naval tonnage, it had really no effect on the war, other than proving that battleships were really out of their depth. It was a lot of 19th century tactics, like line tactics. This was the last time battleships were ever used in a line against each other. But it was just outdated tactics with big ass ships that were super expensive, that it was like playing Russian roulette with trillions of dollars. Imagine a U.S. aircraft carrier, and every time you got into an engagement, you had to like take a revolver, put 1 or 2 bullets in it, spin it, and put it up against your head. And like, you know, if it went off, you just lost an entire aircraft carrier. That's what it was like. So eventually, battleships were deemed too important to actually engage in like the fights that they were meant to take part in. And the last battleship on battleship engagement happened in 1942, the USS North Carolina, stationed up in North Carolina in Williamston. You can actually go visit it today. I've been there. A really cool ship to go visit, but it sunk the I think the Congo, the IJN Congo, during the Battle of Guadalcanal. That was the last battleship on battleship kill in naval history. But yeah, that pretty much set the tone for aircraft carriers taking the limelight of naval engagements after that point.
Oh yeah.
All right.
I just love like the British lining up, and the one ship that they don't fucking aim for is like the Michael Jordan of German ships, just like fucking like.
It was, and there was like another ship that was like super good. Was the Von der Tann, was like at the end of the line, and they had like the worst battle cruiser that they had at the end of their line. The Von der Tann was like their second best ship, and then they start trading haymakers back and forth. Blows up one of the rear ship's turrets, and the Von der Tann ends up getting hit like 14 times, but ends up sinking like another 2 British ships. I think the Derflinger had a 3-0 kill to death ratio before it was finally scrapped, which was incredibly good for a battle cruiser that only saw one engagement in its life.
You said it's the Derflinger?
Yeah, the Derflinger.
I just had like the Kobe Shack, you know, that video, like that music just playing in my head the whole time you're explaining everything.
Yeah,
That's
so the
these two
Derflinger
guys.
would like dunk on people, and the Von der Tann and the Derflinger were like the Shaquille O'Neal and the Kobe Bryant of their day.
Yeah, can we get the music over those two ships right there?
I'm not doing all that, but imagine.
Yeah, just imagine them like dunking on the Clippers just like all day.
Hell yeah.
I gotta,
That was a.
You
That
want
was
to
a
shout out something that if you want to learn more about warship battles or anything like that, go
Alright.
play World of Warships. It's a banger
Hashtag
free
not
game.
an ad.
Not an ad, but it's actually a pretty banger game that I haven't played in years.
I was actually
Yeah.
thinking about downloading that recently, so yay.
Damn.
You can play as the Warspite, the ship that got hit so bad, but it still, you know, had a pivotal moment in both world wars.
All right. That was a
Sure.
fucking hefty moment in history. God damn. That was good though. It's good to come back after 3 weeks to that. All right.
I wish I could do it. We'll talk about the Emden next week because that is a crazy ass fucking story.
All right.
That crosses like 4 continents, and I won't explain more than that.
All right. Well, it's time for Animal Planet.
at the track. Animal Planet, it's Animal Planet.
Yeah.
Y'all talked about the Anderson Speedway piss kennels, right?
Did you see what
Yes.
the episode was titled?
It's literally
Yes,
Pigpen
yeah, they-
Pisser.
Yeah, so you did talk about it. Yeah.
Slap, if you want to like narrate your experience with it, we would love to hear it. Like, holy shit.
So if you haven't seen any pictures, just like imagine the gulag from Call of Duty Warzone, but with no roof and just open sky above you. And instead of a 1v1, it's like a 1v50. And instead of guns, you just have your cock in your hand just pissing.
Right there.
Dude, this dude fucking pissing. Like, I
And
could
if you
not stop
win,
laughing.
you get to survive.
Dude, the fucking like, ceremonial like thing in the center, like come on.
Yeah, the circle in the center is my favorite part.
When you win the 1v1, that's where you sacrifice the body at.
Dude, I still love like walking up to
Respawn
this
in
thing.
Warzone, bro.
Just like walking up to this thing, and Rusty's like, "Did a fucking tornado like just take the roof off of this place?" Like,
It's just you, like, yeah, trough, no sink. Like it felt demonic. Like I don't know how.
dude,
I
yeah,
don't know.
it's like you go uphill to get to it too. So when you're like you see the doors and all of it, it's just the
It's
sky.
like on a hill, dude. That's like, where does this piss go? Like back into the grandstands down the hill?
Straight into the fucking loin sandwich.
Yeah, there's no doors. You walk around like this, like wall
It's like, dark. There's no lights. It's an alleyway.
I'm telling you, it's darkness. It's the gulag. It's a 1v50 pissing contest.
Wait, 100%. I walked in there, it was pitch black. There was no less than 50 dudes in there just lined up.
Cody warned us about this too. When he worked there, he was like, "Oh, you wait. You go to Anderson Speedway."
He did not explain it. He was just like, "You just wait. You wait. You wait," yeah. And it was worth the wait.
I like the subtle touch of chain link and barbed wire to the left.
That's actually facing the strip club next door. The VIP lounge, the strip club next door.
Is it actually? That's incredible.
Yeah. That way they can't have like animals coming from the strip club going into the pisser.
Yeah, I was gonna say, dude. They put up high defense on the fucking gulag.
2 may enter, 1 may leave.
We were saying we gotta set up some kind of like podcast awards, and that is just taking the all-time
we need to
worst
film a
bathroom
podcast in the fucking gulag piss.
Oh my god!
The Thursday before the race, like let's just like cordon off the pisser, and like we just have like seats, and we just like record a podcast.
Hey.
Anderson Speedway.
Like Shrimp Hours,
we'll call them
fire in the circle.
I got it. I got it. It'll be Shrimp Hours 100 live from the Pigpen Pisser, and we just all sit around and just tons of piss and tons of
of sausages, just jizz and piss everywhere
while we're recording.
It's like, hey boys, I gotta go over here. You just like go into the corner, just
like,
take a piss.
We just set up around the circle, and people just stand behind us, just in the background,
like pissing.
Like we have a bonfire behind us for light. That would be perfect.
Oh, put it in the circle.
Yeah, we're sitting around it, baby.
Yeah, like we're gonna get a little fire going in the circle. We'll set up some chairs, like just around it, and then people just be standing in the background.
I think there should be a second deck where you just piss in front of the grandstands, but on like a glass wall, so everybody can see you do it. Just pissing right there in front of everybody.
No, I got it. So you know how Indianapolis, how they just like whenever you're done with your drink, you just chuck it at the fence. we just need to have trough below row 1, and if you're in row 10, just fucking unzip it and go.
Just shrimps out in the Indy 500, and
just tons of piss.
Hopefully the wind off the cards and like send it like back into your face or anything.
Dude, oh my god, that would totally happen. Like imagine pissing while all the Indy cars are going by and just Jesus. Tons of pee everywhere. All
right. There's a crash in front of you, and then the camera's doing a slow-mo, and you just see tons of people just piss.
Tons of dudes like piss in there, and then they like pull up their shrimps and try to like turn away.
Oh.
Jesus Christ.
There's been lots of piss talk on this podcast the past 2 weeks.
This is the piss cast. Welcome.
Yeah, Shrimp Hours presents piss, new name.
Jesus Christ. I think I have to censor that too. I got 3 censored titles in a row. All right. Is there any new Animal Planet for this week?
Haven't been any races, no.
Not that
I guess Cody's still in. Where the fuck is he? I think he's tweeting about it.
He's in the Pigpen Pisser. He's still in Gulag.
I forget the name of it. It's I think it's Eagle Speedway Raceway at High Limits there tonight. So hopefully Kyle Larson comes through. Otherwise, we might not be seeing Cody for another couple weeks again.
Yeah, he's at Eagle Raceway, Nebraska.
By God, that's Denny Hamlin's music.
Yeah, so that's Animal Planet, I guess. A little tack on for last week's show. I guess my story about people being fucking animals at a bike event counts, but
yeah. But we already talked about that, so fuck them.
Dude, it's fucking smoky now. The smoke has been rolling through from Quebec being on fire.
It was so hazy today. It was
dude, and it just smells like shit outside. Like just smells like burning and shit, and there's smoke everywhere. I'm always going around like I got stuff in my eyes. Like I keep wiping them because I feel like there's something in my eyes, but it's just
Your Canadian smoke
everywhere.
up in Canada. You bastard.
Blew my mind because the past like 3 nights, and I haven't even checked tonight, but the moon down here has been just like blood red, and it's all because of the smoke.
Dude, did you see the pictures from New York City this morning?
Mm-mm.
It's crazy. Like the sun rises and it just looks like the blood moon. Like it's just dark and hazy and bright red. Ottawa got fucked as well. It's gonna get really bad tomorrow morning too. Yeah, if you literally just look up like smoke on Twitter, I'm not gonna do this live because it'll probably have some pornography, but
no, it's in general.
I'm just afraid I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and there's just gonna be a layer of ash on my car.
Yeah. Did you put that in, in general, you said? No, you didn't.
It's uploading because my internet is fucking shit because I have the Travis Spectrum experience going on.
On the Spectrum.
These things happen.
Yeah, tons of
anyway,
Spectrum.
Yeah, weird experience. I'm glad that the smoke rolled through afterward, the fucking bike ride, because that would have been shit. But
it would have been fun to breathe.
I was gonna go out today, but yeah, it's fucked.
There we go.
Oh, that is a hell of a picture. Damn.
God damn.
Totally normal country.
Shit.
That looks sick,
looks like,
by the way.
It looks like apocalyptic New York City.
That's some Warhammer 40K shit right there.
Are you sure that's not a picture of downtown China?
You say downtown China?
Yeah, that's not what
the city is in China.
Beijing.
You know, one of those.
Shanghai.
One of those. My social score just went down 100 points.
Can that be the fucking? Can that be the name of the podcast? Just
downtown China. We'll get to that at the end.
Moon in downtown China.
Oh, we got Cat.
Even your cat's like, I'm out of here. I'm done with it. I'm not
she just walked across the top of the frame.
Bullshit.
Where did my fucking dog go?
Dead?
Loose Dogs Part 3.
She might be dead. Hold on.
Yeah, Loose Dogs, Tokyo Drift.
Caleb's dead.
All right, it's time for the media check-in. For everyone who's not Caleb, everyone has their pets in order. What's up?
Media check-in, guys. These are the two motherfuckers I want to fucking goddamn talk to. Rusty and Ben. Grand Sumo highlights.
I'll go fuck myself. Damn.
Mm-hmm. Now these guys watch Grand Sumo highlights with me while we were down in
Grand Sumo highlights.
Every day.
Yeah, Sumo happens on every odd numbered month. So May was the May Basho, the May tournament, and so we're like
Yokozuna in it.
Yeah, the Yokozuna Teranofuji in it. So like it's halfway through the tournament by the time these guys start watching everything. I'm explaining all the lore. The Yokozuna is not just like the highest rank of sumo wrestler. He is like a sumo god. In like 500 years of sumo competition, there have only ever been 73 Yokozuna. So some people have lived, most people have lived and died without ever watching a Yokozuna fight. So take it all in. And sure enough, the guy goes 14-1 and wins the whole tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And they got to see the one fight that he lost, which is called a Gold Star win. And it was like a rank and file guy that beat him, who was also like almost undefeated, like 10-1 at the time. And when you get a Gold Star win and you upset a Yokozuna, everybody takes their pillows from their seats and they throw them at they throw it at the ring. So like all these like purple pillows come like flying in and everything. And it's just, and like, you just see like all these like, you know, guys in like traditional robes like flutter up and like try to pull off the pillows and like throw them back into the crowd and stuff. But you know, since it's the Yokozuna fighting, it's the last fight of the day, so they don't have to like get it, you know, looking nice or anything after that. But yeah, if you beat a Yokozuna, like the highest ranked, like everybody throws their pillows at the ring, and it was awesome. And it was cool because this is like the first time in 3 tournaments that the Yokozuna has fought, because he went through double knee surgery, and now he's back, and he's more back than he's ever been before. He went 14-1.
So much swag whenever
so much.
Dude, when he walks in the ring, dude, it's like he looks at the opponent and it's like, holy fuck.
This traditional dance where he like moves his feet like this, and he just like slowly moves forward, and cups his hands like this, and he like lifts one leg up and slams it down. He's got like the traditional belt on and everything, dude, woven from 1,000 fibers from every prefecture of Japan. You know, you could just feel the history. This is something that's only ever happened like once every 100 years, and it's just like, holy fucking shit, this guy's the man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Flicks the salt and just slaps. Like, it's just like,
yeah, when they enter the ring, they have to like do a salt offering to the gods of competition. So, you know, some guys like take a little bit of salt, they just toss it out there, but the Yokozuna just takes it. He doesn't even look at the salt. He just like throws it up in the air, and, you know, it comes down on the ring. And then there's one guy, Terunofuji, or Teritsuyoshi, that's his name. And he takes this big heaping mound of salt, as much as he can put on one hand, and he throws it up as high as he can, and the whole crowd like pops off. You know, everybody fucking loves it. There's so much history and like lore behind it, and you know, all the guys who've been fighting for like 10 or 15 years, and all the new guys coming up through the ranks. And my favorite guy right now is Ura from Osaka, who's fighting. You can tell him because he has this the pink mawashi, the belt that they have to wear. It's like the belt, and like people call it the diaper or the thong that they wear. It's called the mawashi. It's one piece of silk that costs like $20,000 to make, and there's only like 2 people who could man a loom that can make it in all of Japan. So like they fold it the right way, and they, you know, sew it the right way, and it gets this pink silk mawashi, and he goes out there, and he's just this little round dude. He's like kind of short, but he always has a smile on, you know, and he's just like happy to be there. And then he does this like crazy ass throwing technique like every single time. Like he did like the first head pivot throw that's ever been done in the last 25 years off of some dude, because, you know, if you get like a guy like by the head or whatever, and you can like bring their whole body around and pivot your head the right way, you can throw them off, and they go out of the ring, and the guy goes flying into the crowd, and everybody pops off, and, you know, because everybody loves Ura because he always has these weird ways of winning and shit. And I'm like, I tell Rusty, like, these are the guys to watch. These are the crazy ass dudes. You know, these are the ho-hum guys. There's one guy from Bulgaria with fucking massive mommy milkers that you gotta watch out for, because he's the heaviest dude in the whole division. But yeah, just Grand Sumo highlights. It's so much history. There's so much tradition and stuff that every time you watch it, you learn something new about it. And yeah, Terunofuji, the Yokozuna, he's back. He's more back than he's ever been. He's going for another tournament win come in July. Something, I think the 11th of July is when they're going to have fight number 1. They fight 15 days straight, and then it'll be all over until September after that.
That's the sickest promo I've ever heard.
It was the highlight. It was one of the highlights of Indie.
Dude,
that's sick. I gotta watch that.
I never watch it. I thought it was just gonna be like belly to belly stuff.
It's free to watch. It's free to watch on NHK's website. It's free to watch.
Yeah.
I will say I got rejected from Mario Party multiple times because everybody was so invested in sumo by the end of the week.
Blue Water and sumo was like that was it. That was
Blue Water sumo every night.
Just tons of sumo.
Oh, speaking of Blue Water, can we talk about this this Outback Steakhouse drink that Slab brought up?
Yeah, that's like 3 weeks in the making, but yeah.
Dude, Outback's got a sponsor, Slab. I swear to God. He's the biggest fan in the world.
They're making a Jaws cocktail where they give you a little plastic shark with like a red
it's got grenadine in it. It's just like a blue, like fruity drink, and they put grenadine in the shark, and you can tip the shark down in it, so it looks like blood in the water.
That's sick.
And it tastes so fucking good. Oh my god,
dude! Slap, I've never seen Slap happier than when he got the, what is it called?
The Jossie.
The Jossie. Literally, like, has never been so happy in his life.
It was like like blooming on me,
just like smiling like ear to ear when they bring it to me. I'm just like, yeah.
It was, dude, the whole thing was a setup, because it was like, do you want to go get dinner? And Slap was like, can we go to Outback? And everybody's like, yeah, sure. And there he is. Look at that smile on his face.
with your little fucking
Dude,
shark.
nobody loves Outback more than Slap. Like,
Dude,
I'm a happy motherfucker.
Is this the infamous night of
yes.
Bloomin'?
Bloomin'
the
onion,
gas chamber.
bloomin'
Tons.
burger, bloomin' everything.
Where is the shark? Do you still have the shark?
I do have the shark. I think he's downstairs
It's in a
backpack.
jar.
That's what I was gonna say. It's definitely fucking jarred.
Not in a jar. Not in a jar. I
As
got.
soon as he
Dude,
started
yeah.
looking, I was like, it's in a jar.
Dude,
no. I
it's
gotta
tail
make it-
up, mouth open, just waiting for jar.
No, I gotta make another fruity like blue drink with grenadine, and then it goes into the jar. Welcome to Jar World.
Christ. Does everyone have anything else for the media check-in?
No.
Yes,
God
actually, Rusty might need to cover his ears for this one because I went this week to go watch the second
Flash?
installment of the animated Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse.
Don't you say a damn thing. Not a single
I'm not going to
thing.
spoil it.
Nah.
I
I
will say.
don't even want to hear it.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
It was good? You liked it?
It was great. It was
Okay.
on track to be best trilogy of all time ever.
Okay. All right. I love the shit out of the first movie. I gotta go.
You'll love the shit out of the second one.
Yeah. I gotta go this week. I gotta find a day to do that.
Go.
Yeah.
Do it.
I'll make it happen. I'll probably watch it multiple times like I did the first one.
I will say it is one of those rare sequels that not only does it like complement the first very well, it actually like it makes everything just like the rewatchability of it is just through the roof.
Ooh,
Like it
I
is one
love
of those
that.
sequels that it's transcendental. It's so great.
Hell yeah. All right, sweet. Yeah, I'll get to that. All I did this week was I finished watching fucking Ted Lasso. Did I get any of y'all to start watching that, or has no one touched that?
I don't give a fuck.
You said it's on Apple, and I
Nah.
just don't have.
All right, damn.
Oh yeah, no, I don't have that either.
It's
Plus, I
just
don't care
it
about
was just a
soccer.
really good show. It got me to cry a few times in season 3. It was one of those shows that they set up like, we're gonna do 3 seasons of this show. Here's the story, and they like wrapped it all up real cute at the end, and it was great. Big fan. All right, on the video game side of things, big iRacing update dropped today, including the new Cadillac, new Porsche, the Dentist LMP3, some random track in Spain that no one's heard of, and then like general AI
Redo
stuff.
Dirt.
Oh yeah, the dirt redo is big. I literally ran like 5 laps in the ARCA car at Eldora. Very nice. It's like the dirt, it used to just feel like you're just sliding everywhere, you're getting loose every single exit, you can't put the power down. Now it's like actually kind of like sticky. You can kind of like play with it in the corner and run a whole bunch of different lines. So I'm excited to see how that goes with a whole bunch of dudes. And I'm excited that they put that out before we run core at Eldora, because I think it's going to be a banger. We're going to have to figure out a cute format for that, but yeah, we'll get there. Also, Motorsport Games announced another video game. They're doing a Le Mans thing, which everyone kind of expected. So I think that makes 3 games that they've now announced and not actually released. So we'll wait for that one, I guess.
Rusty, what are your thoughts?
Nah, don't. Let him put his head
Can't
down.
do that to him.
Yeah, this guy gets enough shit from idiots on Twitter.
You can go fly out there and play it. I mean, let me know. What,
They have 2 cars in the video game, and you can drive them if you're in France at Le Mans. And they have many pictures of those 2 cars on social media.
Rusty.
That's all I've got for media, I think.
I will say I have one other note on the video game side. It's June 6th, so the Madden new cover just got released with Josh Allen on it, and it is another year of shitty EA
send me this.
video
This
games.
is like 120 pixels, but yeah.
Yeah, it's
Why does
I
it
mean
have
it's
Snoopy on it?
because it's a leak, and this dude is like watermarking it. But Yeah,
not
another
bad.
year of. It's not.
I actually don't mind it.
It's way better than what they've released in years past. Like I think 22 and 21 were all time bad. It's meh for me, honestly.
I kind of like
not
it.
a bunch of hockey guys in Florida.
They're not. He's not just
on
standing there. You know, this is like he's having like a mid-game moment here, or he's like prepping for it. There's some emotion here.
Yeah.
And there's like football things, like he's wearing a helmet and the whole thing. I don't mind it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just.
I do have another video game thing. I think this is also a leak because Ed sent us this screenshot. But it looks like they're making Trans Am Challenger in freaking GTA 5. They're still putting cars out for that. This thing looks sick. It's like the TA2 Challenger. We can probably run it like a fucking Pinty's car because it actually looks a lot like a Pinty's car but with a wing.
It does.
NASCAR could never.
You can put a spoiler on that. That'll be unbelievably based.
Yeah, you can probably do a bunch of mods to that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all the media we've got. It's time to read some mail.
Send in your fucking mail.
Fucking mail. Watch your fucking hand slap.
Send them in, guys. Wash your fucking hands.
Fucking bone dry fucking hands.
You better send in those emails at this point. Welcome to fan mail.
We got Jossy hands.
Fan mail. Fan mail.
Sticky grenadine.
Bone dry. All right. Remember, if you want to send in some emails, questions, answers,
Wasn't
comments,
there one
concerns,
pinned in from last week that I had to answer today?
yes. ShrimpHoursPresents@gmail.com. Send them in. All right. First one comes in from. Hide the email thing. It comes in from Tank, and he says, "This is for Slap. In 2004, the Dave Matthews Band performed an act of biological warfare by dropping 800 pounds of defecate on a boat in the Chicago River via the poop release mechanism on their tour bus." And has linked a Wikipedia page for the Dave Matthews Band Chicago River incident. So, I don't know. Write that one down.
No. I've always hated the Dave Matthews Band, so like that's just more of a reason to put them in jail, I guess.
That's fair.
Also, don't listen to the podcast that we put out last week. Some guy said he had a dream about you.
I vaguely remember that, but yeah. I also had a dream about Greenville Pickens Speedway, and Dale Earnhardt Jr. was racing there, and it had been brought back for the Cars Tour for this one-off race. And the race fucking sucked. The scoreboard wouldn't work. The lights went out. There were kids like running around on the track, like in the middle of the race. And everybody. And then I remember Blake was like on the call for that race, and he said over the loudspeaker, he just like, "That's the worst race I ever watched. I'm glad they're getting rid of this fucking place." And then I just like walked out of the racetrack, and I looked up at the billboard out there on Highway 123, and I was like, "Been good seeing you." And then I just walked back home.
All right.
It should be mentioned that home is like 12 miles away. So
That's
during my
stone's
walk,
throw.
I woke up and I was just like, damn, that's a bad omen.
It's over.
All right. First email comes in from Sanok. And he says, "Hello, Shrimps, at least the ones that are alive anyway. Question. Do you think the Cup car finishes the 24 Hours of Le Mans? Considering Jimmy Johnson's road course record, I'm just going to say no."
No, absolutely not.
No.
Dude, it's not making it 2 hours into that race.
Yeah,
No
whatever
chance.
Jimmy Johnson's first stint is, it's done.
It's over.
It's gonna
He's
blow a
definitely
tire, and
spinning out.
it just can't like drive away, and they're gonna have to tow it, and it's over. Like
It's gonna break a toe link and just get stuck in fucking.
And it's gonna get a hung throttle and go like full throttle into the Mulsanne corner and just like Alan McNish himself into the fucking tire barrier, take out a photographer.
Quick note on Alan McNish. They had him in the booth in F1 TV for Monaco. He was really good. Never heard him commentate anything before. Guy was great. Also, dude, if Le Mans, if your car breaks and they have to tow you, it's like race over immediately, right? So like as soon as they have a friggin' like throttle issue or whatever, and they're stuck at the other end of the track,
it's over.
It's over. Garage 56. They've been working a year and a half for this. There's no way they're making it 2 hours into that. It's just not happening.
I say they'll make it till nightfall, and then after
2 hours.
We'll
2 hours. Oh,
they're not making it 2 hours.
I can't. Dude, I cannot wait.
In the NASCAR thing was the broadcast for the Xfinity Portland race was banger, and it just shows how bad the Cup broadcast is completely. I think it was McMurray, Bain, and Alexander. It was banger.
Love that NASCAR with this Garage 56 project has not only like put in all the R&D and like all the time and effort to make that thing go around Le Mans, but they destroyed an entire fucking generation of Cup racing because they wanted to make a car go around Le Mans, and now every track fucking sucks and the Cup Series is dead and it's never coming back, and NASCAR as we know it is fucking over.
Just so they can
every track under 2 mile and a half is done. It's over.
Dude, Cup Series drivers are going to be eating the bugs within the fucking year.
All right. Second question.
About Cadillac is like in hypercar. Like I'm hyped as fuck for that. Scott Dixon, Van der Zande is in there.
Dude, like, there are so many cars at the top class of Le Mans this year. The last
the hypercar.
The last like 6 years, it was literally just Toyota and then like a few random goofball like independent entries. Now you've got Toyota. There's like 3 Cadillacs, 4 Porsches, 2 Ferraris. You've got 2 Toyotas. You still have the goofball like Glickenhaus and Van Wall.
3 Ferraris. Like one of them's an independent.
Sure, and there's 2 Peugeots.
Yeah,
dude, I'm fucking excited. It's gonna be
it's gonna be fucking nutty.
Like this is the year to watch it. And whatever, there's NASCAR there too, I guess.
Let's go Cadillac, Scott Dixon. Let's get that bread.
Second question from Sanok. He asked, where should Eric Almirola go next year? I say Asian Le Mans Series or Chinese Formula 4.
His fucking couch.
And
I say the retirement home.
And because we asked last week, he sent in a picture of his favorite Transformer. He says it's Juan Pablo Montoya. It's his favorite Transformer. Which I guess in some shitty Transformer movie they did some NASCAR stuff.
The third one.
Sure. You would know that. Big Transformer fan, Caleb Hoffman.
It's true.
All right. Our good friend from Down Under, Andrew R, has written back in again. And he says, I live in the bogan western suburbs of Sydney, where people's shoe size and IQ are both measured in single digits.
Hey, wait a second. Is this like some sort of just slander against small people?
Perhaps. But he also sent in a bunch of pictures of shopping carts that he found in his area.
God, no.
Including this pile. Dude, this one just on a residential street.
That might be a homeless person.
This one in a traffic circle. On a residential
God.
street.
On a roundabout.
Please keep sending these in. This
this is great.
You need
This
to
one's my
find where these
It's
people are.
residential.
It's just in the middle of a roundabout. The bus stop.
Just fucking. Oh my god.
They knock him
piles.
over. They just knock him over.
Dude,
It's got 2 different kinds of carts too. Like they got the Lowe's ones,
There's
and
3
whatever these
different
ones
kinds
are.
of cards. There's like blue, red, and then there's all blue.
Yeah, there is the one with the blue seat.
I love the knocked over ones. There's like 6 of them in the photo. Like what?
Yeah.
I swear, if you fucking do that shit to like, if there's a parking or a strip mall where there's 3 different types of shopping cart and you all pile them up and just knock them over all in the same pile, you deserve to be sent to the fucking Anderson Speedway piss gulag. 1v1, 1v all until one remains, and then we all get to fucking throw peanuts and chicken bone wings at your fucking face and laugh at you and point at you and make fun of you forever.
He also mentioned He also mentioned that that roundabout is 3.5 kilometers from the nearest supermarket, and that last picture of the creek is 12 kilometers from the nearest supermarket.
Oh.
So thank you.
Mate.
Looking incredible. Send us your rogue shopping carts.
To the creek, 11.9 kilometers away. Is that what you fucking read in that goddamn email?
Yeah, that's the last one. This one. Send in your shopping carts. ShrimpHoursPresents at gmail.com.
Shrimp, I hate to do this, but we have to eradicate Australia off the map. Send the nukes. Send the nukes.
All right, I got 3 more emails. Mr. Ass writes in, he says, it rained, there was no Bowman Gray, sad face. That's the entire email.
Shout out to Mr. Ass. Thanks again for saying what's up.
Yeah. Also, Harley Payne wrote me a big email, and he said the Transformers thing was ironic. And he can't think of a question this week.
Caleb's dead. Caleb's back. He's so back.
All right. Oh, the dog is completely asleep in bed now.
She's dead.
Her ass is out.
Is that a pit bull? How many children has it eaten today?
It's a pit bull, yes, and last I counted, like 4.
Okay. Eating good in the neighborhood.
Harley Payne wrote that he went to a baseball game with his family, and they had a foul ball land in front of his mom while they were walking back to their seats, and they almost got hit by a fucking broken bat. And apparently they were in like the wrong seats, and then they like had to move up a few rows, and then the bat like went in the seats that they were sitting in.
Oh no.
And then we got one more email. It's from Benjamin Branscombe, and he sent in a picture of his favorite Transformer. So yeah, big fan of
smart ass
this Transformer. That's all we got for emails.
Hey, shout out to
that's my favorite one to like blow up at like 5 a.m. and plunge my entire block into darkness.
These things happen.
You know that the insides of those are just like newspapers soaked in oil.
No.
All right.
What did you think?
I thought they have magnets. I thought that was the whole point. Is they change the AC to
DC.
No, but you don't get DC in your house. I think they step down the amps. I don't know.
Yeah,
I should probably know this. But anyway.
Oh, they had like a transformer block, like a whole like fucking thing. It wasn't just like one up on a telephone pole. It was like this whole like complex they had right next to this office complex, and this. It was kind of like a substation, but like a miniature substation, if that makes sense. And there was this whole industrial part next to it. And so I had to make all these pickups at like 3:30, and it was going to take me like an hour and a half to do that. And then I finally got to go home. And so I went by like them one by one, and all of them are coming out, and this is like the middle of the summer, so they're like coming out drenched in sweat, and they're like a paper next to their face, like, yeah, dude, we haven't had any AC, we haven't had any power, we don't have anything for you today. And so I go like by them one by one, like, yeah, we don't have anything, we haven't been able to do anything. The power transformer like blew up at like 11 a.m. this morning, so we don't have any power or AC or anything. I was like, all right, cool, guys, see ya. And it was Friday too, so I just like fucked off and went back to the building, and I got to go home an hour early. So thank you, Duke Energy, for blowing up that transformer back then last year.
Damn, call her ass out.
Quick note: Kyle
Rusty,
Larson.
are you about to throw up? No, he's back. He's back.
Kyle
Larson won the high limit sprint car race and has taken the points lead.
Damn. So Cody's gonna be alive.
Easy. Well, hey, Cody's back next week.
Yeah.
Hey, speaking of Kyle Larson, back in Japan, Kyle Larson versus Terunofuji for the Yokozuna spot in the ring. Let's do it.
What the hell do we call this episode?
I said something earlier, but I don't know.
There was
Damn.
one of the earlier bits.
There was Downtown China.
Gulag Pisser.
No.
Nah, we can't have piss in the title 2 weeks in a row.
There was
taken
definitely
down.
like the piss
Sumo
cast.
pisser.
I was a fan of Downtown China personally.
I like Downtown China.
I like Downtown China. It's just
Right.
it's just ignorant and American enough to work.
Do you think happen?
All right, thanks for watching the last ever episode of this show. We'll see you
Ohio
never.
moment.
Everyone say bye.